Anytime someone's ripped out of a household, the family kind of really suffers, or whether it's a death or something like this is essentially similar to a death when they've been snatched out of the family. So you see something like that and you realize what these repercussions are on the long term.
Losing a family member is tough, regardless of how you lose them.
We can talk about Marie!
Losing someone to prison, regardless of innocence or guilt, is very taxing on a family.
There's a residual effect. They're the families that are left behind. We aren't often given a window into what that's like for these families who have to deal with their loved ones who have been imprisoned, that it just takes a toll.
They say when a man goes to jail, it's like his family goes to jail too. Everybody's life gets turned upside down, even the people on the outside.
We join them in the story. They're 9 years into Aaron's incarceration. So what's complex about it is they're living in a new normal, and we're just joining them on this particular day. And so they've adjusted, for better or for worse, mostly for worse. You know, they've adjusted to this new way of functioning.
He's just so nervous about going up there to see Dad.
I'm sorry all this extra stuff ends up on your plate.
It's life, right?
He's missing out on a lot of his life. There's a whole life that he used to be a part of. There's a family that he was very much involved in.
I wish for my daddy to come back home.
Okay.
That he's now on the fringes of and unable to grasp in so many ways.
The reason I haven't been coming here is...
Hey, whatever it is, I can handle it. All right, we can handle it together.
Aaron's now going to become a grandfather. That reveal is a big shift in another one of the things that is giving him the impetus that is driving him forward to get out, because he wants to be a part of that child's life.
To a family, it becomes a test of will and determination, a test of hope, whether or not you're going to continue to fight for the person in prison, continue to be on their side, or if you just kind of lose hope.
Hey, sweetheart, don't worry about it, all right? It'll be okay, sweetheart. Promise you. I'm gonna get out of here. Don't cry, please.
Jasmine is a teenager, and so she's filled with, you know, the vibrancy and optimism and hope, and she puts her father up on a pedestal in spite of it all and believes in him.
She let go of California last year so she could be near you.
She never told me.
You know how much better her grades would be if she didn't spend so much time going up there to see you? You talking to me about her making sacrifices? You have no idea what she's already given up for you.
And because she does, Marie is forced to facilitate that. You know, she's a good mother and she wants her daughter to have a relationship with her father, so she would prefer not to drive up 5 hours round trip once a week to meet Aaron at this point, especially because every time they meet, it's fraught with pain and loss and yearning and all the things that she'd like to move forward. So it's this really interesting, complex web between the three of them.
It's a tricky dance that Marie does. Not always so well, but she's just trying to do the best she can with what she has.
Aaron's journey back home is what's driving him, and yet, is that selfish? Is it awful of Marie to turn her back on him when she has to actually live her life?
You giving up on me?
I can't do this anymore.
Of course, Marie has now moved on with Aaron's best friend, Darius, which seems on the surface like, oh, she stabbed him in the back, but you'll see it's actually a very natural thing. It's like people who are in a trauma together, who've lost the same person and become connected because they're in the trenches together.
Our loved one, Aaron, is locked up for life, so how do we proceed? How do we make the best of our life now that, now that this has happened? And so we make choices based upon what we have in the moment, and then the moments change, and so there's the drama.
You really think Aaron's gonna find some way out of this now that he's a lawyer? Seriously? No. He's gonna suck you back in, and you're gonna take your eye off of everything else that matters.
I'm not gonna do that, Darius.
You already have. It's already started.
Outside of the legal, juicy court procedural stuff that we have, we also have that very complicated emotional resonance.